Just after 9 o'clock, here we go on the podcast, Second Cup of Sunrise. It's Tuesday morning with James. I'm Brennan. It is February 24th.
Yep.
Which means a new round of utility bills just dropped for a lot of people. And when I was going around the newsroom asking people, what was your RG&E bill or whoever you have? NYSEG, whatever, National Grid. We can ask everybody. And I think they do them in waves, just clusters of like, here's a bunch that get a bill 1 week. And then, because Bob, who's one of our directors, I asked him, he's like, I'll get mine around the 5th of March. Oh. And I know a lot of people who get it 24th, 25th. Comes out this morning.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So I got online on the app in the middle of our sunrise show, and I said, let me just see if it happens to show up early. And I open it up.
Yeah.
I'm budget billing, so I can't tell the difference. And I was trying to open the bill, and it was having a problem loading.
Yeah, I was just having the same issue.
And I'm like, okay, so it's not quite ready.
It's early,
Yeah. And so I was going back because budget billing, I know in August when my cycle resets, I can tell how much in the red or black I am. Sure. Extra I might owe, a refund. Never be under to have that coming my way. And it said my difference now is I'm like 170 that I'll owe extra when that resets. And I'm like, okay, this went up from like below 10. I'm like, I need to check the average. So it finally came through on my bill, and I posted this out because I wanted to see people's numbers. So mine for the last 4 weeks or so came in around, let me pull it up real quick. I had it, $370.
Yeah, I'm right in there. $395-ish, $400. So, yep, right in there. It's a combination of a lot of things. You see, for what it's worth, the delivery charge did not change, which is good. It's still like 0.085. But the supply charge did go up a little bit. Obviously, we're using more gas. We're using more electric to heat and everything. So, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow to see that number continue to climb.
My gas was the most above 200, the bulk share of that. Yeah. And I'm like, summer months, I can get it down to 30.
Very low.
$40
it's
bucks.
A primary way to heat your home.
I know. I'm up $70 from last month and $90 from the month before that. So December to January. Man,
gas is pretty stable for what it's worth. It's stable. It's consistent. It's the electric that's kind of all over the place. Can be a little bit more wonky, especially in the winter months. But you just got to hope that we continue to put more energy sources around to help supply. And you got, demand is going to be up there no matter what. The demand is only going to go up. So ideally, you would like the supply to go up as well. If the supply, this is classic Econ 101. If the supply stays the same and the demand keeps going up, which it will, it's going to cost more. And so we need to bring the supply up.
They got to order more, buy more, and market prices go up and down. And that's what they said. But we bring it up because this was like the bill that them, Fairport Electric, and others had warned about, like, hey, just FYI, here's support resources. This one will be a bit higher. I did post on my Facebook page, just what are your numbers, some people?
Yeah.
Someone said I'm up 100 from the last month. Thought it was going to be worse than that.
Yeah.
Someone said up 120. That's an actual read. Expected increase, not that much. Someone said our NYSEG bill was almost 800 last month, and they're waiting on the next one. And then a friend of mine, Chris, said 437. Last year at this time, they were about 250.
Whew. That's painful.
Man.
That's a jump.
I know. We're car payments. Like,
right.
This is what it is.
I know.
Oh, man.
Full car payment.
I know.
And you just think just to heat your home.
I know. I'm about to go home and go on that thermostat. Go boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, drop that number.
Drop it down to about 60 degrees and say, here we go.
Bundle up, kids.
I know, because I was
Here's
like factoring it in. Yes, it got a bulk of like the brutal cold stretch, but you got to think there's a week or two that it's not in that window, and that'll be coming on the next one.
You hope for, you hope that like April and May, you have to run barely anything. That's the goal. It's those kind of sweet spots, April, May, and then you have kind of a cooler June. You know, you can get away with.
This is paying for, of course, they have the late breeze in Webster. It was like all of September and October, nothing ran. Windows were open the whole time. And it was just up and going. And I will be, come Easter, Good Friday, shutting everything off and opening those windows and have that.
Check the air filters. That was my tip last week. You know, make sure that those things are clean, because if they're dirty, your system has to run a lot harder. And that's like the quickest, easiest way to try to lower your bill. If you don't want to change your living habits, which I get, we always say, turn your thermostat down. And people say, no. You know what I mean? And I get it.
You got to be comfortable.
You live how you live, whatever. But changing your air filter, you don't have to change your living habits. That's kind of the number one way that your system might be struggling to keep air moving.
We, especially if you have animals like our house does, change them more than just twice a year when you're changing clocks. Try to do it 3 months, 4 months. That's usually what I do. It'll just randomly pop in my head, and I'm like, I got to get that job done today.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I order a ton of them online, and they'll send me like 6 of them, and I just put them in the basement, and then I just swap them out. And I'm crazy OCD about it. I always think I'm putting it in backwards, so I'm double checking the arrow, which way was the arrow facing on the other one, and put it in and hope it works.
We got the thicker ones.
Yeah.
The fat ones.
Yeah, it's like 5 inches wide, slides right in, and jam it in. Whenever you pull that other one out, and you're like, I was breathing some of this in for how long?
Should I have done this 3 weeks ago?
I know. I have that. Speaking of old things, we were getting ready to make dinner last night at the house, and I had some leftover Mushu pork. From Chinese over the weekend. I did get that.
I
had the General Tso's was Sunday night. I had a second dish of Mushu pork. I'm still holding on to that. I think I got to eat it today or tomorrow. 3 days. Some leftovers. How long?
My food that I make, I will push to 4.
4 days. All right.
I'll push to 4. If it's sometimes if I'm crazy, I go 5.
Give it a good smell.
I've done 5.
See how it is.
Yeah. My wife, she does like 2.
I had that in there, and Steph was like, you can eat it. I was like, well, let me see what else we can have. So she'll eat. And I opened up the drawer in the fridge, and I saw a giant piece of salmon that I bought last week.
Nice.
From the grocery store. And I looked at the use by date. Today's 24th. It said February 23rd. And
it was in the fridge.
It was in the fridge. Oh. And so so I had it 5-6 days. And I said, do you want to make this tonight? Do you think we can push the salmon to one more day? And she was like, what's the use by date? And I was like, well, it's now.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know.
Oh, man.
And I was like, it's fine. Like one day. Like they say you can use eggs for like days or a week after that, if it's okay. If you check the date. Yeah.
Eggs, yeah. Sure. Eggs will go a long time.
So she said, give me the salmon. And it was like the whole left side of a salmon. So she pulls that out, and she's like, I'm going to cook it all. Yeah. And so she pulls out the giant frying pan, and I look in big chunks, probably 6 or 7 of them. And I was like, what are we going to put it on? And she's like, just do salad. So we had salmon salad and probably 4 or 5 pieces left over. And now I've got the predicament of leftover fish.
Yes. Right.
Heat that up. Can't bring it to work.
I'll chop it into small pieces and put it cold on a salad.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's usually what
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. Cold on a salad is like what the best way to do it. Not heat it up. I'm surprised that you had that salmon in your fridge for so long.
I know. I got it.
You never froze it.
No, I didn't. I usually do, and I have some. If we go to Costco and something, get a big piece, and you can cut up 10 dozen slices out of it. But this I'd gotten for Friday to make dinner, but we got so busy, I don't even know if we had much that night. And then just the weekend passed. Yeah. And I remembered I still have it.
There it is.
So we had to cook it. And what's funny is she's like, we'll cook that. But I had also the same day bought some chicken breast and put in bags or container right next to it. And I was like, oh, I've also got this chicken. And she's like, well, the chicken's got to go. And I was like, I bought it the same day.
The fish has got to go.
I was like, the chicken's fine.
I think the chicken would freeze better as well.
Yeah. And she's like, well, you can't freeze the chicken now. And I was like, well, it hasn't been frozen before. And I was like, it's going from the fridge where it's been sitting at a grocery store in the fridge as well.
Yes.
My house for a couple of days, freeze it. And she's like, chicken's got to go. So that's where she drew the line. So we had day of use the salmon by, wouldn't be good later to some of the chicken.
Came out good though?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
She does not like the way I cook it. I don't do it crispy enough, and I will almost set off the smoke alarms in the kitchen trying to get it like so crispy and burnt. But
and yours still isn't crispy enough.
It's still not crispy enough, and she does it a different way. Probably like a whole stick of butter in there with it, and just let it go. And so I move all the smoke detectors around. We do that and put it up, and then the house will smell like salmon for 2 days.
I'll take mine and put it in the garage.
Yeah?
My smoke detector.
You do that? That's where you do yours?
Yeah, because it goes off. I'm like so annoyed.
Ours goes off, and I go to the back deck, open the door, and I hold it out there. Yeah. And I'm like, well, now all the neighbors are hearing because it's super loud going streets down. And I'm like waving it in the air, just like... And then I'm like, turn this one off. And then I've got a second one in the kitchen, and it starts going off. And the kids are like, what is this? They're screaming.
Kids
and I'm like,
get fired up.
Next thing you know,
Dogs
salmon's
barking.
on fire, and it's and it's just ruined.
Yeah, just put it in the garage, close the door, and forget about it.
I know. We'll have that.
So I got the kids to eat tofu last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that.
What'd you tell them it was? Did you tell them it was tofu?
Crispy cubes.
Crispy cubes. Oh, that's pretty good.
That's what
yeah.
I never even mentioned the word tofu.
That's good branding.
I just
yeah.
said these are crispy cubes, and that's exactly what they were. I take the tofu, I dry it out, cut it into cubes, soak it in soy sauce for like a couple hours in the fridge, and then I will make I take adobe seasoning, whatever it is, and then cornstarch. Mix those together and then toss some in and then drop it in oil. So I do fry it and then take it out, a little sprinkle of salt on there, and they're really good. And I call them crispy cubes, and the kids ate them up.
They loved it.
They had no idea what it was.
Now you're like, we are having this every day for the next
at least once a week.
Yeah, you get get on a heater to run through it.
Right.
We similar kind of in the Asian cuisine, ramen, homemade.
Yeah.
Nice. So with the broth, the sauce, and it's one thing we found some success with getting our girls to eat or at least try something is make your own plate. So we'll do the noodles and the sauces in a bowl, and then we'll put up 5 or 6 different bowls of here's some broccoli you can throw in, corn that we've made. You can do a little salt, pepper yourself. And so they'll do that, and then they'll finally have some of the noodles. And I'm like, finally they're trying something. And then I'm remembering ramen, lived off that some in college.
Yes,
still hungry.
Right.
But yeah, try some different food.
That's fun.
We tell them it's this is what the K-pop Demon Hunters girls eat. So they have that. And so they're like all for it.
Hard-boiled egg in there?
They do hammer eggs. Those are like that. We will.
It's protein.
We just boil them all the time. Do you put those in the fridge and leave them? Have them later?
Yeah, I will. Do you peel them right away?
I will. In a pot. Yeah. The best thing is throw some ice cubes in there, chill them down real quick, and peel them underneath running water. Yeah. Takes it right off. Yeah. The girls, you cannot peel them. They have to do it themselves.
Oh, really?
And so it's a mess, but they'll eat them that way. So they do it.
That's cool.
They have that.
Yeah, I like to not peel them. I feel like they last longer if you don't peel them.
Yes.
Right?
For sure.
And you just take I take a permanent marker and I just put a tack on draw on the outside so I don't.
To mark when it was done and to know
just to mark that it's not, that is a hard-boiled egg and not an actual egg.
Pull it out and you're like, let's have some fried egg bagel or something. You try to crack it and just nothing happens.
Do you know the trick to see whether or not it's hard-boiled or not? You spin it. It's pretty cool. If you spin a hard-boiled egg and then you stop it, it will just stop normally. If you take a normal egg that's like got the yolk in it and you spin it and then you stop it and then let go, it'll keep start rocking. Spinning again.
I'm going to show the girls that.
It's pretty cool.
It's going to be a game, and they're going to be spending it
they'll
everywhere.
Love it. Yeah.
Speaking of games, getting closer to the Survivor premiere. 50, we've got the box of stuff we're giving away. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Also, some trivia for the State of the Union address tonight.
Oh, that's fun.
Got that for you coming up on the pod. Back here on the pod, there's the QR code for Survivor 50. Tomorrow is the premiere. So you can scan that, enter email address and everything, and this is the box of stuff we're going to be giving away.
Jeff Probst was on CBS Mornings this morning at like 8:40-ish, and or no, it was like 31-ish. And it was good. He's obviously hyped for the show. Nate Burleson is a big fan, so it was good.
Does he have? He has a book coming out.
Yes.
I think that's also what he's
promoting. He has a book. They had like 1 million images that they had to sort through to find some of the best ones.
Wow, man. I was reading on the promotion, he's won an Emmy 5 times, I think.
Oh, okay, nice.
That's it? Out of 50?
So. I mean, all the seasons are the same. I mean, he's like...
It's good.
The reason why it's so good is because it's all the same, but it's so incredibly different. You know, I say it's the same because the premise is exactly the same. It's the same show, but it's still like so good because it's reality. You know, you just the characters make the show.
Sure do. Some of what they're giving away, a couple of the buffs.
Those are really cool.
So we have those, and what we're going to do is our promotions department is going to draw names out of all the email addresses that came through. And then Thursday, we'll announce the winner. And so you can swing by the station, pick up your stuff. Maybe we can schedule it around 9 o'clock one weekday morning.
Yeah.
Come talk here on the pod.
Sure.
They've thrown some other stuff in here too. A Roku Express.
A Roku.
That's nice.
Pretty cool.
Got some extra stuff to help with the streaming app
Yeah.
for RochesterFirst.com.
You'll find us there. Yes.
And then
like that.
the coconuts we knew. You can make a summertime drink out of this.
Sure,
Have it
margarita
cool if you
maybe,
want.
something
A
like
nice
that.
little straw.
Pina colada.
The Rubik's Cube, which is unopened.
Yeah.
So it's already
cool.
finished. We finished it in record time.
Yeah.
And some more. So we'll have that coming up tomorrow.
Nice.
I did look up. I wanted to see their page, and they've also got
They got the quiz that we were
the digital
doing.
version of the quiz board, which I
Yeah.
through out somewhere. Yes.
It's I don't.
Who played the most seasons is the question today.
Who played the most seasons? Boston Rob, right?
Boston Rob 5.
Boston Rob.
Siri Fields 5.
Siri.
Ozzy Lust
I
5
think
as well.
I don't think Boston Rob is in the 50, but I think Siri and Ozzy are in this one.
They have oh yeah, here's the whole lineup.
Oh, they got the names.
Look
Okay.
at all these photos.
John is a monster. He's really good. There's Siri.
Yeah.
Let's
that.
see. Who else do I recognize?
I love
Aubrey
all
is
these
a
outfits.
she is a very fun person to follow. She's kind of crazy. Let's see here. Kyle's pretty cool.
Kyle there.
Yeah. Mike White he wrote White Lotus. That
He
guy on
did?
the left. Yeah, he's
It's
he's
a fun show.
writer director of White Lotus. Yeah.
It's cool. Look at this. Everybody, I love the tiki torches and everything going on. That's fun. So they got the whole page. The trailer. We'll do it. We'll save this for tomorrow.
Sure.
We'll do that for tomorrow coming up. The bomb cyclone, bombogenesis, blizzard of the century.
Yeah,
It was. We kept seeing it, and the word blizzard gets tossed around a lot when snowstorms come through. But this truly was when it was like the hurricane force winds, and watching it now, everyone
Right.
in the Northeast starting to dig out. I mean, just the ski goggles going
right.
around, cars covered everywhere. Up from Delaware all the way through Cape Cod and
Yes.
Boston up till Maine.
got hit, yeah.
Schools were closed. Cars were just, feet.
Just smashed. Yeah.
Look at that.
Very heavy
I mean, just
snow.
all
wet
day.
snow.
It was the first day that New York City kids didn't have school in 7 years.
Something
almost.
like that. That's amazing.
It is.
We loved watching the Times or the
Times Square. We had
Times
the camera
Square
yesterday.
camera was a lot of fun, and I've been texting some friends that are out there, and they just said, it's obviously a massive impact, but I think they did a good job kind of prepping for it, getting ready for it.
Yeah.
1 to 2 feet for a lot of areas. You hate to see the power outages, because it was Montauk, which is on the very tip of Long Island, 60 plus mile per hour. I think they might have had
Yeah.
like an 83 mile per hour wind, something insane.
Oh man. And then the Boston Globe today didn't run a print edition.
Yeah.
First time ever. They did it during
wild.
World Wars, recessions, everything.
They couldn't get it out.
today. Of all days, we couldn't do that.
Wow.
During all of this, and we had the snow falling yesterday, the story came across.
Yes.
About cows on the loose on the thruway near the Blaisdell exit. Troopers had to shut down a couple of lanes. They were trying to corral them around. They had gotten out of a trailer that was moving them down 90. They finally caught them after about an hour. While they may have caused a bit of a brief delay, the drivers say, listen, we come across a lot with traffic jams and stuff, but nothing compares to this.
That
The
was
traffic slowed down and we couldn't see right away what was happening. And as we got closer, my boyfriend's mom said, "Are those deer in the center?" And as we got a little bit closer, she said, "I think those are cows."
This cow kept on going back and forth, and these people all these people were pulled over to the side of the road trying to help. It was crazy.
It's wild.
entertainment on the throughway.
And thankfully, there were no crashes related to this from slamming on brakes or any injuries
Right.
or anything. So,
But the rubbernecking was real.
yeah, everyone can have some fun with it.
Stop and take
Oh,
a look.
man.
It's like, are you kidding me?
You just imagine you're driving and you're like, what is this backup? I'm stuck behind this accident. And then it's just, moo, just chasing them around.
Get off the truck, though. I don't understand.
There's got to be some guy farmer just standing on the side being like, trooper,
Yeah.
those are mine. Can you imagine just calling in?
Maybe the guy had like engine trouble, and then the cows took advantage, so they hopped off.
Yeah, and just said, this is our chance to break out.
Yeah,
We got to go. And a lot of times, sometimes when they rescue animals, they'll take them to a sanctuary after something like this. Maybe they can find a nice farm where they can live out for a little bit.
Angus.
I was going to say the next exit is, at the throughway rest stop, there's McDonald's or
right.
They're like, can you take us to the Chick-fil-A? That's where we want to go, where they don't have the beef there. Finally, we had a story that we aired on a Sunrise show. Had a nice little conversation with Ron about everything's influencers. Now they're doing loaded water.
Sure.
I'm not talking about like electrolyte and stuff. So you can buy all this Pedialyte, Gatorade, but people taking cucumbers, lemon, protein, caffeine, and putting that in their water versus just having plain old water. And doctors say, listen, it's a fad that's going around, but anything to keep people hydrating during the day.
Hydration is our body's natural way of detoxifying itself, right? That's actually how we keep our system running clean. So if you think you're not drinking enough water and you think that adding a slice of orange or lemon or a few strawberries or some muddled mint into your water, I'd say go for it.
Doctors say women need to have at least 9 cups a day, full size, and then men about 12 and a half. My wife will do this with water in the fridge. Cucumber's probably the go-to. Usually, throw it in. I'm just plain water. I drink a ton throughout the day.
Yeah,
particularly early on. I preload. Yeah,
you got to drink a lot of water. I try to. Sometimes I'll put a lemon in there.
Do you count your glasses or about how much?
No. I drink to my satisfaction and then I move on.
I know that I'm getting close to enough. But some people carry around a gallon and they're like, by the end of the day, I got to have this.
I don't know. I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes to hydration.
How much?
I don't think it really matters. I think it's important to drink when you're thirsty.
Yeah.
I think your body does a good job at telling you if your mouth is dry, you probably need a little bit of water. If you worked out, if you've been moving around, you probably need some water. I don't know. I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes to this whole hydration. When we were kids, we didn't all have water bottles all the time.
No, and now
you played sports.
Everyone has that.
I played sports. Yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. It feels a little overblown.
I feel like I was only drinking water during practice or during games.
Yeah.
And then a sip at the fountain in the hallway. There was we didn't carry around bottles. Yeah. Nothing like the Owalas, whatever everyone else, all the Yetis and Arctic and everything people have.
I have started drinking water. I have a large glass of water right when I wake up.
I have read that. People recommend first thing you do before anything else, drink water.
But I stopped drinking water ideally 2 hours before I go to bed because
don't want to wake up.
And I do. I'll be able to sleep through the night.
Yeah,
by doing that. And I think that is one thing that's just not fun, especially when you wake up and there's an hour before your alarm goes off. You're like, ugh.
That happened to me this morning. I usually get up. My alarm goes off. Well, depending on the morning, it's either 1:45 or 2:45 if I'm sleeping in or not.
Sure.
But we're doing potty training, bed training, going without pull-ups tonight with the oldest one. So I've been waking up one of us around midnight or 1, taking her to the bathroom and then putting her back in bed. And this morning was me. I woke up and I'm like, okay. After I went back to sleep, it was about 2 o'clock. Am I going to go back to sleep for 30 minutes?
Right.
So I scrolled on my phone a little bit and then I'm like, let me just go back to sleep. And boy, that 20 minutes before that alarm came back on, it hit me. And Steph finally goes, it's 3. And I was like, okay. I'm gonna get up. Yeah, I'm running late. Yeah. She was like, "It's 3 o'clock. You got to get going. We got to get going from here. We'll see you on air at noon. Back on the pod tomorrow morning."
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.